folks think that it's a strange occupation. Some folks call us a deranged aggregation. We can't help it, we just have it this way.
Mama always wanted me to be your physician.
Dad said he'd rather I become a beautician, but we can't help it, we just have it this way. 'Cause it sure beats working for a living, but it ain't much of a living these days. Yeah, it sure beats working for a living. We're just happy this way.
Okay, back to work.
Good morning, Buddy Winkler Productions. Just a minute, I'll see. Skip, it's Mr. Harmon Allison calling. He's with some parents group.
Thanks, Mrs. Winkler. Hello, Skip Tarkington.
Oh, Mr. Tarkington. This is Harmon Allison, president of the Los Angeles chapter of the Parents Association for Responsible Programming. Perhaps you know us better as PARP.
Weren't you the people who came out against commercials for war toys?
Yes, that's us. We're about to publish our list of the 10 most violent children's programs, and regretfully, your Dippy Duck show's on that list.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Listen, Mr. Allison, all of us here would be very eager to meet with you and discuss this.
You would? Oh.
Morning, Roland.
Morning.
You okay?
Shows, huh? I'm just a little depressed. There's a big dental convention in L.A. next week.
That is depressing.
I don't understand.
My father's coming to the convention.
Oh, that's nice. I'll be looking forward to seeing him again.
Brooks, you've never met my father. He's never been to L.A.
Oh, then I'll be looking forward to meeting him.
See, somewhere he's gotten the impression that for the past year I've been a practicing dentist.
How did he get that impression?
Mainly because I've been lying to him.
How have you been getting away with it?
Well, you know, first year after dental school, I was a dentist. With practice and everything.
That's sure pulling the wool over the old man's eyes.
A friend of mine lets me keep a phone line in his dental office. Every time my dad calls, the nurse says I'm busy with a patient.
Roland, you're a grown man telling lies to your father like a school kid.
Hey, I'm the 4th generation dentist in the family. If I tell him the truth, he'll be crushed.
I can sympathize with that. My father wanted me to take over his newsstand in the Bronx. It broke his heart when I got my MBA from Harvard.
You never wanted to be a dentist.
It never even crossed my mind. Oh.
Nobody likes dentists. The job basically involves hurting people. Do any of you have any idea what it's like to have people hate and fear you every time they see you?
Okay, whoever placed this toll call to Santa Monica last month, I want you to pay up now.
Well, one of you knows.
It is so refreshing to meet people who are open to the idea that pain and violence are not fit subjects for humor.
Mr. Allison, I think maybe your complaints are about the old Dippy Duck show, which admittedly was done more in the typical Saturday morning hit-him-over-the-head style. I think we all agree there's nothing funny about slapstick violence.
Well, I'm glad. Fine, just fine.
The chair, on the other hand, is now firewood. Sorry I'm late. I went to the car wash, and it took them longer than usual to pump out the back seat.
This is Brooks Carmichael, our director.
How do you do?
So, as I was saying, the new Starduck episode that you're about to see is much more sophisticated.
Live from the Wolf Den in North Hollywood, California, it's Beefcake Aerobics. Who put this filth in here?
Rent it from you when you're done.
No one can escape my nose.
you see? Huh? Tame as a pussycat.
Tame. Ducks being set on fire, tree stumps crashing down, robots shot full of holes like Swiss cheese. May I remind you people that children are impressionable. Their little psyches can be harmed by what they see.
Mr. Allison, I've been an animator for over 30 years, and I have a son, Bumps, who was raised watching cartoons like this, and they certainly never had any detrimental effect on him.
Bumps.
Yes, Bumps. He's a clown. He has this act where he runs around and bumps his head into walls.
Mr. Allison, you come to us with some very challenging arguments, and I'm sure there are many other companies you'd love to share them with, so thanks.
Aggie, wait. I never thought about it before, but if what we put on screen could hurt kids, I sure don't want to do it. Does anybody?
I don't want to hurt kids any more than the next person. Do you, Andrea?
No. Do you, Marty?
Oh, I'm supposed to say yes?
I have a feeling by making a few changes here and there, we can take all the violent stuff out.
What?
Shouldn't cost more than a couple of $1,000s.
What?
Oh, that is most cooperative of you. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to hold off putting out our list until we've seen what you've done.
Terrific.
Yeah, well, that sounds more than fair.
I must say, young Tarkington here is a wonderful asset to your company.
Yes, well, we're lucky to have him.
Roland, glad I caught you before you left. We're making those changes we talked about. It'd be a big help if you could stay and do some storyboards for us tonight.
I wish I could, but I gotta pick my dad up at the airport.
That's the worst looking jacket I ever saw.
Thank you. These are my dentist studs. If my dad ever saw me dressed tastefully, he'd know something was up.
You've got a lot of work to do. I hope you're not going to be gone long.
I am. I have a week's vacation coming, and I'm taking it now. Going to the convention with my dad.
We have all this work to do.
I can't help that.
You could tell your father the truth.
You don't know my father.
I'd like to.
Well, here's to a wonderful week together. You know, this is my favorite time of the year. Your mother says a whole week before these conventions, I'm a much better person to live with. That's because I'm looking forward to seeing my lad.
It's great to see you too, Dad.
Skip, you're not in our profession, are you?
Your profession? Oh, no. I'm an animator. I work for a Saturday morning cartoon show.
Is that so? Well, did Roland tell you that he put himself through dental school drawing little cartoons? Is that how you two know each other?
Well, kind of. Tell him how we met, Roland.
Well, Skip and I met when he came into my office. He's one of my patients. Hey, saw some of my drawings on the wall in my office, and we got to talking about it. We've been fast friends ever since. Right, Skip?
Well, that's not exactly the way I remember it.
That's exactly the way it happened.
Well, isn't that nice? Well, let's go get our salads. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but when this guy here was growing up, he didn't want to be a dentist.
Is that so?
No, he'd watch me work and say, "Oh, Daddy, how can you hurt people?" But I would tell him a dentist has to hurt people in order to make them feel better. And look at him today.
I'm trying to. I guess sometimes people have to go through pain in order to feel better. Is that right, Roland?
Boy, I love garbanzos. I just can't get enough of them. Dad, try these. You don't get these back east.
Oh, sure we do. We call them chickpeas. Ours are better, too. What was that about pain?
Well, take me for instance. I just happen to have this pain in my tooth, and I've been putting off having it taken care of because I was afraid. But I guess it's not going to do me any good to keep putting it off, is it?
That's true. Here. Have some apples. Don't forget, the apple is nature's toothbrush. Well, Skip, if you're in that much pain, why don't we shoot on over to Roland's office and have a look at that tooth, huh?
Well, I'm not in that much pain.
Roland, you got to teach your friend to face up to his fears. Show him that the anticipation is worse than the actuality.
I see your point. Don't you, Roland?
Here are the new pages. It's gone from the evil androids using laser guns to pop guns to spilling cocoa on each other.
Arnie, I just want you to know how much I appreciate what you've done. You've stretched yourself, dug deeper, and found new and innovative areas for comedy.
It's vomit, and I want my name off of it.
We need each and every one of these lights on.
Aggie, if you let me put that light back on, I'll go and unscrew the bulb in the refrigerator.
All right.
Hey, look, we've been knocking ourselves out for over a week. You gotta pay us some overtime.
Very well. Oh, how about $5 an hour?
Oh, okay, I'll buy that.
Oh, good. You people divide it up any way you see fit.
Hi, folks.
Hey, who says dead men don't wear plaid?
Roland, thank goodness you're here. We need the rest of those storyboards right away.
Okay. First, I gotta get a cup of coffee. How about you, Skip?
Yeah, okay. Pages 6 through 9 are now just 6 because we threw out the swamp monster exploding. And also...
Listen, I didn't want to say anything in front of the others, but I can't work tonight.
Come on, the convention's over.
My dad's staying an extra day. He wants to come to my office and watch me in action.
Your dental office?
Yeah. My friend's lending me his office tomorrow and a couple of patients. Easy stuff. Cleanings and x-rays.
Look what you're doing to yourself. Are you going to keep on living this lie?
No. I finally realized I can't. So tomorrow I'm going back to dentistry. Don't use so much sugar in your coffee. It'll ruin your teeth.
Man, you can't quit. If there's one thing the world doesn't need, it's more damn dentists.
And I know you. You love cartooning. As soon as your father leaves, you're gonna miss all this.
I'm 27 years old and I'm drawing ducks for a living.
Hey, I'm drawing ducks and I'm 63. Of course, I can't fill a cavity.
Roland?
What?
I really wish you'd think about this.
I did. That's why I'm doing it.
You shouldn't trade something you love for something you hate.
You give me a break. You're just making this harder.
I mean to. We need you around here. I need you around here. Other than these people, how many friends, real friends, do I have?
Come on. It's not like we won't see each other.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly like that.
Look, I gotta go. I'll see you soon.
Like, let's have lunch?
Sure.
That'll be great.
Okay. Don't forget to floss.
That's the 4th cleaning you've had this morning.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I have to call your mother and give her my new flight number.
Excuse me. Doctor, there's a patient who's come in without an appointment. He seems to be in a lot of pain. I told him we'd try and fit him in.
Okay. How about Thursday at 10?
I mean, today. He says he's a friend of yours, a Mr. Tarkington.
Oh, Skip. Well, you can't keep him waiting till Thursday.
Okay, how about Wednesday?
Send him in. You prep him while I call your mother. I'll be right back. Skip, good to see you. Don't start with us.
What are you doing here?
Remember that tooth that was hurting? I came to get it filled.
Get out of here. I'm not ready for fillings yet.
I want it done now, and I want you to do it. So take your needle and stick it into my gums. And then get your drill and grind.
Come on, will ya?
Nope. You're going to fill this tooth or tell your father the truth, whichever hurts least. And I think I know which one it's going to be.
Don't be so sure of yourself.
Shouldn't you be scrubbing?
You're so good at this. Fill your own damn tooth.
No answer at home. Well, Doctor, I guess it's batter up.
Open, please.
He's a biter.
How many times have I shown you how to hold this thing so they don't nip you? All you have to do is Wait a second. There's no cavity there.
Eh?
No, that's an impacted wisdom tooth. We gotta yank that baby.
That's right, Mr. Allison. The meeting is still at 2 o'clock. We're looking forward to seeing you, too. Abby, have you seen Skip? Mr. Allison's going to be here in 15 minutes, and I can't find him anywhere.
Oh, it's just like him to schedule a meeting like this and then run off, leaving me holding the bag.
It's not like him at all. This meeting was very important to him. He's the most responsible person I know. Where is he?
Mrs. Winkler, if you just stop and think about it, I'm sure there's a perfectly logical explanation. He could be caught in traffic or in one of those long lines at the bank, or could be dead.
Dad, we better get to the airport.
Well, I see you still draw.
Yeah, Lou, it's kind of a hobby. Listen, if we're gonna make the plane.
You know, this one looks like that little fellow on TV, Dopey Duck.
That's Dippy Duck.
No, you watch it sometimes. You'll see it's dopey.
Right. Well, let's go.
You know, these are really good. I've always felt that if you weren't such a good dentist, you could have made your living doing this stuff.
Dad, I do.
Hmm? Do what?
Make my living doing that stuff. I gave up dentistry a year ago.
Now, what are you talking about? This morning in your office, I saw you working on patients.
It's a friend's office. They're his patients. If you look closely, when you watch Dippy Duck, you'll see my name's on the credits.
Well, I don't believe this. The Culps have a tradition of being dentists that go back 3 generations, and you're turning your back on that?
Dad, I just never liked dentistry.
Oh, how can a person not like dentistry?
I don't know, Dad, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Sorry? Well, I don't know when I've ever been so disappointed.
I went to dental school for 4 years, and I hated it. And I practiced for a year, and I hated that. And all for you. But now I'm doing this for me.
You have traded a life career for something silly.
It's not silly to me, Dad. Look, maybe I can't explain it, but I draw something, and then it moves. It's like magic. And then the magic goes on television, and kids love it. I love it. Everybody likes cartoons, even you. You said so yourself. Where you going?
Listen, don't you tell your mother about this. You let me tell her.
Okay.
I've had some practice telling her bad news. I was the one who broke it to her when her brother was arrested for impersonating a police woman.
Oh, after all the unresponsive companies we've dealt with in the past, it is so good to find a sensitive person at the helm of this one, like your Mr. Tarkington. Ah, here she is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ms. Irma Hodge, co-chairperson of our National Coordinating Committee.
Whoa.
I can't tell you how I'm looking forward to seeing the changes that you've made in your program.
Oh, okay, let's get the show on the road.
Shouldn't we wait just a little while for Mr. Tarkington?
No. Brooks, you do this.
Me?
You.
Thank you, Aggie, for that lovely introduction. The film you're about to see is actually not film at all. It has been transferred to videotape, and the machine here is not in the best of condition, though I did use it last week to screen the movie Body Heat.
Show the stupid tape. It's about time you got here. Sit down.
You mustn't use your nose carelessly. I'm sorry.
This is Drek. Not even good Drek.
toes, by toes. I need my toes. I'll give it to you, but only if you promise to use your nose for good. I promise. Thank you.
So?
It's inspirational. If only people could act like that.
You liked it?
Oh, I was moved. It was nonviolent and yet entertaining and, well, exciting as well. This is certainly an improvement over what I saw last time. And in anticipation of your cooperation, I think we have a little award we'd like to make, haven't we, Irma?
I don't know. They still have the robot's nose falling off. Don't you think we should hold on until they change that?
I think we can give them that one.
You're being soft, Harmon.
But I already told them they're getting the award. Mom.
Mr. Tarkington? Mr. Tarkington, this is our Good Egg Award, given to those programs that recognize that pain and violence have no place in children's television, that there's no humor in the misfortunes of others. Even though some of us feel that the robot's nose should not have fallen off, Pop considers Starduck a good egg. Congratulations. Oh, clumsy me. I'm sorry.
Are you all right? I'm sorry. Would you, there. Well, then.
I'd like to say a few words. With all due respect, what you've just seen was time-consuming and expensive. It's wholesome, and certainly without violence, but it's most of all completely humorless. Plus, it seems to me, despite all our efforts to reach a satisfactory compromise, some of you people will never be satisfied. I'm sorry, Mr. Allison, but we cannot accept this award.
This is not funny.
The hell it isn't.
Later tonight, Johnny Carson welcomes Bob and Ray and Jennifer Beals of Flashdance. Tomorrow morning on Today, meet actor Martin Sheen and don't miss Boyd Matson's talk with the Everly Brothers.